Hello, hockey fans. Austin here, and welcome to today's Western Conference Round 1 playoff preview and prediction video. I also did one of these videos for the Eastern Conference, and if you missed that video, I will leave the link in the description for you to click on. You can go check that out. You can come back to this video. You can watch this one first. Doesn't really matter to me. And also a quick friendly reminder, I am doing a Bracket Challenge League. I created the Austin Hockey Bracket Challenge League at bracketchallenge.nhl.com. It is free to create your team, create a bracket, submit it into that league. I will be giving out some prizes to the top performing brackets at the end of the playoffs. Just a fun way for me to give back to a community that has given me so much throughout the last several months, just so I can kind of repay that gratitude and support that you've all shown me, which I truly appreciate. Now, before I get into the Western Conference preview here, I just want to give a quick disclaimer that the Oilers and Kings preview, that is going to be a completely separate video because my channel has a focus on the Edmonton Oilers over any other hockey content. I want to make sure that I'm dedicating a full video to the Oilers and Kings series. So in this video today, I will only be going over the Avs Jets, the Canucks, Predators, and of course the Stars and Golden Knights, and the Kings and Oilers will be a separate video. So with that out of the way, let's jump into the first preview of the video, which is Nashville and Vancouver. Now, head-to-head, Vancouver destroyed Nashville. They won all 3 games head-to-head. They scored 13 goals for, had only 6 goals against. Nashville struggled against Vancouver this season. They went 0-3. Now, looking over on Nashville's side, this season they were 47-30-5. They were 6th in the NHL in expected goals for percentage at 5-on-5. They were 16th in power play percentage at 21.6%, 22nd on the penalty kill at 76.9%. They were 10th best at scoring goals at 3.24 per game, 14th at giving up goals, so 3.02 goals against per game, and they were the 8th best team at shot generation on net, which was 32.2 shots on goal per game. Now, over on the Vancouver Canucks side, they were 50-23-9. They kind of came out of nowhere. I think a lot of people expected them to be more of a bubble team, fight for a wild card spot. I don't think many people saw Vancouver winning the Pacific Division, and I could say the same about the Nashville Predators too. I don't think anyone really expected them to fight for a playoff spot, but both teams got really hot throughout the season. Vancouver got hot like right at the start of the year. Nashville had their hot streak in the second half. I think they went 18 straight games this season without losing in regulation. They went like 16-0-2 or something. But over on the Canucks side, they rank 8th in expected goals for at 52.25%. Their power play ranks 11th at 22.7%. Penalty kill ranks 17th at 79.1%. They score 3.4 goals per game, which ranks 6th. They give up 2.7 goals per game, which ranks 6th. And their shots on goal per game ranks 26. Now, the Vancouver Canucks, they are not a quantity over quality. They are definitely a quality over quantity when they shoot the puck on net. And their team shooting percentage, they were one of the highest in the entire league. They were shooting as a team at 5-on-5 this year around 11-12%. I do expect that to regress a little bit once the first round here starts. And the big difference maker here in this series is going to be goaltending. I think they match up pretty well throughout, the other stats that are on the screen here. But goaltending is a big question mark in terms of, the health of Thatcher Demko, and can UC Saros kind of steal a series for Nashville? Of course, the Predators are definitely the underdog in this series, but if Thatcher Demko is not 100% for the Canucks, he did miss a few games down the stretch. I'm not sure how I feel about the Canucks' chances. But overall, I think that's going to be a very fun series. It's exciting to have Vancouver back in the playoffs. It's exciting to have Nashville back in the playoffs. Both fan bases are very passionate. It's going to be fun to see all that mustard yellow in Nashville. And of course, for the Canucks, I just love that logo. That like the Canucks logo that's on the screen, it's my absolute favorite. They need to make those full time again. But in terms of my actual prediction, I'm actually going to go with the underdog here. I'm going to predict the Nashville Predators to win in 6 games. Like I said, the difference maker is going to be goaltending. Is Thatcher Demko 100%? If he is 100%, I do think Vancouver comes out on top. But as of right now, I actually like the Predators' chances, and I do think there's going to be some regression for the Vancouver Canucks in terms of their ability to generate offense in the playoffs. Both teams have, vets that have been around the playoffs for a while. Nashville, I think, just has that extra edge when it comes to guys that have been to a cup final. You have Yossi, you have Saros, you have some of these guys that have been there before, and I think can lead their team past Vancouver in round one. What do you think is going to happen between the Nashville Predators and the Vancouver Canucks? Make sure you let me know your prediction in the comment section below, and let's move on to the next series, which is going to be one of the best in the entire playoffs, the Colorado Avalanche versus the Winnipeg Jets. Let's check it out. All right, so now that we're looking at the Winnipeg Jets and the Colorado Avalanche head-to-head, the Winnipeg Jets went 3-0 against the Avs this season and outscored them 17-4, and not once in this season series did Winnipeg trail at any point against Colorado, which is very surprising because Colorado is quite the offensive juggernaut. They are a very, very good team, but Winnipeg, they beat Colorado 7-0 in Colorado towards the end of the season. Obviously, that's kind of an outlier. I don't expect games like that to occur in the playoffs between these two teams, but this matchup is very interesting. So the Avalanche, they finished the season 50-25-7. They did kind of sputter towards the end there. Alexander Georgiev in net, not really playing up to the standard that I think he thinks he can play and that the fans expect him to play. So this series, if it comes down to goaltending, it's going to go in the Jets' favor. But again, looking at the Avs, they are 9th in expected goals for percentage at 51.72%. Their power play ranks 5th at 24.5%. Penalty kill ranks 12th at 79.9%. They are the number one team in goals for at 3.68 per game. They give up 3.07 per game, which ranks 17th. And their shots on goal per game ranks 5th at 33.0. The Colorado Avalanche, they were a terrific home team. They won 31 games on home ice. Bit of a different story on the road. They won 19 games on the road, which isn't terrible, but in terms of, the fact that Winnipeg has home ice advantage, that could be a difference maker in this series as well. Colorado clearly can, they're game breakers when they're at home. But for Winnipeg, the fact that they get home ice in this series, which is a little surprising. Winnipeg ended up finishing the season on an 8-game win streak, so they have all the momentum. If you believe in momentum, if you think that is a thing heading into the playoffs, then Winnipeg, again, has the advantage here. The Winnipeg Jets, they were 52-24-6. Their expected goals for ranked 11 at 51.41%. Their power play ranked 22nd at 18.8%. Penalty kill ranked 21st at 77.1%. They score 3.16 goals per game, which ranks 15th. They only give up 2.41 goals per game, which is tied for first with the Florida Panthers. And they shoot 30.3 shots on goal per game, which ranks 17th. Oh my God, my brain right now. So many numbers on the screen. So when we look at the head-to-head, the raw data shows that Colorado is the favorite here. They have the edge in pretty much every statistical category other than goals against per game. But for the Winnipeg Jets, some of the moves that they made to bolster that lineup throughout the season, acquiring Sean Monahan, acquiring Tyler Toffoli. The Colorado Avalanche, their big question mark is goaltending. And for the Winnipeg Jets, Connor Hellebuyck, he is going to probably win another Vezina this season. And for that reason, honestly, it's coming down to goaltending. I'm going to go Jets in 7. I don't think the regular season where Winnipeg went 3-0, is any indication of how this series is going to go. I don't expect Winnipeg to just sweep the Colorado Avalanche. This is going to be a long, grindy series, but I do expect the Jets to win in 7 games. That is my personal prediction. Let me know your prediction in the comments section below. And of course, let's move on to the next series, which is the Dallas Stars versus the Vegas Golden Knights. Let's get to it. All right, so the Dallas Stars and the Vegas Golden Knights. This is going to be another fun matchup. Looking over on the Vegas Golden Knights side, they are 45-29-8 this season head-to-head. The Golden Knights were 3-0. They scored 11 goals for and only gave up 4 goals against. However, they have not played each other in the calendar year of 2024. All 3 of their games to head-to-head were in 2023. There's been a lot of difference in terms of how both teams' trajectories have gone since the last time these two teams met. For Dallas, it was goaltending. That was a big issue at the start of the year. However, Jake Ottinger has really stepped up. He has really found his form once again. And if you look at the Dallas Stars, 2 of their losses were in overtime. So Vegas, there was only 1 game where they blew Dallas out. It was a 6-1 matchup. That was the last time they met. But for the Dallas Stars, the fact that 2 of those losses were in overtime, these two teams were a lot closer in the regular season than that just raw data might show. But for the Vegas Golden Knights, they are 14th in expected goals for. They rank 20th on the power play. They are 16th on the penalty kill, 13th for goals per game, 12th in goals against per game, and 14th in shots on goal per game. Now, looking over on the Dallas Stars side, they are 52, 21, and 9. They were third in expected goals for percentage this season. They were sixth on the power play, eighth on the penalty kill. They were third in generating goals per game, eighth at goals against per game, and 11th for shots on goal per game. Both teams are very similar in terms of the shots on goal per game. When it comes to just the data here, the Vegas Golden Knights, this is not as dominating of a season as I think their fans and team are usually accustomed to at this point. They've had a lot of injury issues, and some people, injuries in quotation marks. We'll see if Mark Stone is ready for game one. Even if he is, I still really like the Dallas Stars in this series. I think Dallas has the best depth in the entire league, top to bottom in that lineup. Their defense, their goaltending. The Dallas Stars are an absolute wagon. I would not be surprised if Dallas is the team that comes out of the Western Conference and makes a run to the Cup Finals. For Vegas, of course, you can never count that team out, especially when they get guys back from injured reserve right when the playoffs start, have that $95 to $100 million payroll. Kind of tough to beat that sometimes. Mostly kidding, mostly. But in terms of my actual prediction in this series, I don't think this series is going to go 7. I actually think the Dallas Stars are going to win in 6 games. Like I said, Dallas Stars with the home ice advantage. Their goaltending's been shored up. They have some of the best depth in the entire league. They have the advantage on special teams. The expected goals for, everything is in Dallas' favor here. Vegas is the underdog, and I'm not taking the underdog in this series. I'm going with the Dallas Stars in 6 games. So that does it for my Western Conference playoff preview video today. Of course, as I mentioned, the LA Kings and Edmonton Oilers, that is going to be a completely separate video. I'm going to dedicate a lot of time to that one specific video for my Oilers viewers, Oilers fan viewers. As always, if you like these videos, make sure you hit like. If you really like them, make sure you hit subscribe. Tell me how excited you are for the playoffs. Let me know all of your predictions down in the comment section below. Join the Bracket Challenge League that I've created, and I can't wait for the playoffs to start. Thank you so much for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.